If you read any of the most popular personal finance books, we're all told the reason that you don't have the money that you want is because you need to stop spending it. You need to do X, Y, and Z, and there's these things. And the problem is you're spending money, and if you save it, you're going to be a gajillionaire, all these things like that. Well, I actually did the exact opposite. And there's 3 things I stopped spending money on. There's 3 things that I stopped spending money on, but they are the opposite of what we're told. In essence, there's 3 things I started spending money on that I'm not supposed to spend money on. And the craziest thing happened. In one instance, I immediately made an extra $5,000. I'm going to show you exactly how you can make this shift to start to bring more money into your life. My name's Jake with JakeDucey.com. I have nothing to sell you. I have a free success hypnosis that I could sell. Over 1 million people from all over the world have used it. It's every day I get these epic stories of people making more money. I probably would have made a few $1 million off that if I just put it up for sale. It's free. So in this video, I have nothing to sell you. I just want to tell you that you might be closer to making more money than you ever thought possible. And I wanted to come out at sunrise to tell you and talk to you. Beautiful day here today. And in this video, let's break down the exact opposite of everything that you were told that will start to bring money into your life quickly. Number 1, I stopped buying the cheapest things on the menu. Let me just say that one again because it is the exact opposite of everything that we are told. I stopped buying the cheapest things on the menu. Let me explain. Have you ever went out to eat and you didn't look at what you wanted, you looked at the price? One side has the items on the menu, the other side has a price. You don't even look at what you actually want. Instead, you look at the price and then you go, I will have the $6.99 thing. You don't even want it. That was me. I was so afraid to spend money that I would never consider what I actually wanted. I was so afraid to spend money in the name of being budgeting and being financially responsible that I was in total fear. Now, I'm not saying to take out credit cards, go to a 5-star restaurant and buy a whole bunch of things that you can't afford and go into credit card debt. But what I am saying, I noticed your subconscious mind is being communicated to, and I was so in constriction, I was so in scarcity, and I was so in fear. My entire financial worldview was so constricted that I only looked at the price, and that was communicating with my subconscious mind, and that was giving further subconscious instructions to be on a budget, be constricted, there isn't enough money, which is predicting your own future, even though you think you're just budgeting. Now, at the time, I was not able to pay my share of the rent with my now wife, Ashley. That's how much I was struggling financially. So what did I do? I did 2 things. The first thing is I created a financial success hypnosis for myself, and I started listening to it every day to reprogram those subconscious instructions, to give myself new financial instructions. It's free. It's jakeshypnosis.com. It's my free financial success hypnosis to reprogram your subconscious mind for money. You can click right here to get that, or go to jakeshypnosis.com. It's pinned to the comments. It's in the description. You just listen to it for like 1 or 2 minutes a day. It's going to make it easier to attract money because your subconscious controls 95% of your life. Now, the second thing I did is something called a splurge account. This changed everything for me. Before, I was so focused on just trying to survive that I wasn't considering what I wanted. And the splurge account is a percentage, which I started at like 5% of what I was bringing in. The actual percentage doesn't matter. It's that you're doing it. And my splurge account was only what I wanted. So what I was doing was I was teaching my brain a new relationship with money. And what I did is I spent that money. There was a period of time where I was really into getting Thai massages. I couldn't get them because of financial issues. The splurge account, I just blowed on the massages. Then we really wanted to go on a trip and we could never go on a trip. So then we used our splurge account to do a trip, but we couldn't go for a long period of time. So we picked something that was driving distance. And instead of going for 3 nights, 4 nights, we got the nicest hotel we could on the water. And we just booked it for 1 night. We couldn't also afford dinner, so we brought some electric burner plates and we cooked it looking at the ocean right in our room. But what is this doing? This is giving me an experience of money. If you are in such constriction and you are only focused on the price and what you can't afford, you have never given your brain an experience. And the splurge account is now resetting your financial programs and your financial worldview. So at the end of the day, all the splurge account is doing is when you are focused only on what you can afford, the financial instructions you give your subconscious mind is, I can't afford. I can't afford that. The splurge account is giving a new financial instruction that says, I can afford that. So you can comment that down below. I can afford that. I can afford what I want. Say that to yourself 100 times, 1,000 times. Think about how many times a day we say, I can't afford that subconsciously. Got to replace it. You can afford what you want. Number 2, I stopped buying low quality groceries because I was on a budget. Everything was just like, how many dollars is that? But what am I again trading? I'm saying I am not worthy. Now, again, there's a place to be responsible financially, but I was in such constriction. So what I did is I only spent the things that were of real quality. Maybe I buy less of them. Maybe I buy them less often. But what am I doing? I am retraining my brain specifically around money, because if you are working your butt off, if you want something, you've spent years, but you are still never able to buy what you actually want, part of your relationship with money is associated with pain and disappointment because you can never afford what you want. When you start to spend, I'm not saying you need to get the groceries. The reason I did that, it is high on my value list and it's high on my priority list. Therefore, the purpose of money to me is for me to live my highest values and my highest priorities, which actually have nothing to do with money. But in this reality, money is the bridge that allows you to put your time and energy into your highest priorities and values. And one of mine is health. So what was I doing? I was training my brain that instead of money is pain, money is hard, money is struggle, I was training my brain that money is health. Money gives me more health. Money gives me more options. Money gives me more freedom. Money gives me the opportunity to focus on my priorities and my values. So what I invite you to do is think about what your priorities and values are, and where a couple percent here and there, you can start to put some energy in terms of dollars spending on those things just in a reasonable amount. But that's going to start training your brain that money is good. Money isn't pain, money is freedom. Again, all of these are subconscious, and that's why it's so important to reprogram your subconscious mind. So make sure you get my free financial success hypnosis. It's jakeshypnosis.com. You can open up another tab. Don't do it yet because number 3 is super important, but you can go to jakeshypnosis.com in the comment section. If you go down there, it's pinned as the top comment, or just click in the description and you can get it for free. About 1 million people from all over the world have used it. Every day I get these epic stories. I had this guy recently. He's like, I went from not being able to get a job. He's like, I realized your success hypnosis is too powerful because I got 4 job offers and now I don't know which job to take. So it's actually too powerful. So check it out for free. Number 3, I stopped buying coffee to make at home. I stopped buying coffee to make out. That is the number one thing you are not supposed to do, according to all the personal finance books. If you're going to be a millionaire, you got to make your coffee at home. If you do the math, $2.13 a day, you're going to be a millionaire by the time you're 786, which would be awesome because we're going to live forever anyways now because of all the technology. So when you're 786, all that coffee going to be saved, you're going to have $1 million. The thing is, it's going to cost $500 million due to inflation to get a house, but you'll still be, right? Like, that was how I thought. But I felt poor all the time while I was doing it. I liked the experience of going to a coffee shop. So here's what I did. I was like, okay, this is another example of me training my brain incorrectly because I feel poor. So I started going to my favorite coffee shop, go on a walk, go there every single day. And I wouldn't just pick the coffee up and then feel like I'm still broke because I got to get the coffee and I got to rush back because I got to get stuff done. I wanted to get out of the rat race mindset. If I was like retired, right, what would I do? I'd go get my coffee. I'd sit down. I'd pet someone's dog. I'd talk to that lady that I never have time to talk to because I'm broke and I'm in a hurry and I have things to do, but I'm going to talk to her. Well, guess what happened? When I was sitting at my favorite coffee shop, spending my future millionaire savings account like a financially irresponsible person, I started talking to a lady. Now, this lady wanted to write a book, and this was 2012, before self-publishing was a thing. It hadn't become a thing yet. Well, I was one of really in the extremely early stages of self-publishing. I had self-published my first book and I had got it going, doing podcasts. So I had figured out a little bit about self-publishing, doing your own media. Well, this lady wanted to know how to do it. How do I self-publish my book? How do I book myself on media? What ended up happening is she asked to hire me and I got $5,000 over a 6-month period. $5,000 by spending the $3 that I wasn't going to do. My point is, where you can, within reason, when you can get in a rich, wealthy, abundant state, you actually attract money-making opportunities. I felt poor in my kitchen making my Folgers instant coffee and then getting a stomach ache because it was so acidic afterwards. But I felt rich at the coffee shop. And that new vibrational frequency attracted a $5,000 opportunity to me that came literally because I was in a different state. Now, one of the fastest ways to get in a different state is what I like to call automatic suggestion or hypnotic writing. You can do this at your favorite coffee shop, in your backyard. You grab a journal and turn on headphones, because then you can engage your senses and your brain and your attention towards something that isn't in your environment. Meaning our attention's always focused on the fact that we are where we are financially. I'm broke. So you want to change that. So I would turn on my headphones and I would listen to my success hypnosis and get myself into this state. And then I'd pull out a pen and pad and in the present tense, without thinking about it, without stopping, I would just allow my subconscious to write about what my life looks like now that I'm rich. It might be that you're just got back from a trip to Hawaii. It might be that now you don't have to pay your rent or your mortgage anymore. It might be that you just went on an awesome drive in your new car, whatever it is that you want. And you just write about it. And it's going to be different every day. Let it come out. And the key is, don't pick your pen off the paper. Just allow it to flow out. Then read it back to yourself, silently or out loud. This is going to get yourself into a state that is the opposite of your current environment. And when you do it by listening to my success hypnosis at the time, you're engaging your 5 senses and you're building new neural connections in your brain to associate yourself with wealth, with money, with abundance, with this new reality. So make sure you get my free success hypnosis. It's jakeshypnosis.com, pinned to the comments and in the description right there down below. Comment down below, I am worthy of getting rich. I am worthy of getting rich. And if you enjoyed this outdoor shot, Good morning, it's sunrise. I came out just for you. Let me know in the comments down below if you want to see more outdoor shots. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, bell notification, and I hope you enjoy today's video.